All right, so we are officially recording here. Well, everybody, I would like to just welcome you to this little Zoom that is happening actually only between Steve and I. My name is Becki Taylor. I'm from Washington State. I am a Pro 5 with LifeVantage and proudly been with the company just about 1 year now. And I met this gentleman who's going to introduce himself while in Orlando just this last month. And his story was so amazing to me that I asked that if we could do a Zoom together and record this so that he could share his story with you. And I really want anyone who's watching this video to hear this very recent story that to me was just powerful. It was riveting. It was scientific. And so Steve, take it away. Introduce yourself and really just dive into your story. Like we were standing in line during Hurricane Matthew that was about ready to hit. And you just launched into your story. And I was like, you got to tell the story. And he's got documentation. We're going to share pages with you and doctor's notes and everything. So Steve, take it away. Tell me your amazing story about how you came to, from belief to unbelief to belief in what this little yellow pill Protandim has for us. So take it away.
All right, Becki, thanks. First of all, I will say that I was approached by a coworker and says, hey, how would you like to know something that's going to be more popular than aspirin? I says, what you got? He says, you got to see the video. I said, what video? I says, the ABC News video, the investigative report. I says, okay, when do I see it? He says, tonight. I'll shoot the link. So I watched the video. And it's what, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. And I was awestruck. I'm aviation background. That's my background. We don't guess at stuff. As a pilot, as a mechanic, as an air traffic controller, which I've been all, you don't want us guessing. So my mindset was, if this is real, I'm going to find out. And that's my mindset. Plus I'm very health conscious. I was 50 something years old at the time. So I saw that and I went to my doctor. One of my doctors, a hormone replacement therapist. And as we get older, above 40 years old, we all lose those hormones. And that's where I was going. And he was checking everything under the sun, like 8 vials. So I says, Doc, you got to see this. You got to see this ABC News video. And I started telling him about all the things in the ABC News video. And I says, this reduces the aging in our cells. His response, nothing can do that. I said, oh, really? I'll tell you what, Doc, you get me the test and I'm going to do myself. And he says, I don't know. This is a specialized test. I says, this is the way it is, Doc. I can't find the test. I can't order the test. You find it and order it for me, or I find a doctor who will. And I says, your option. Ball's in your court. He says, wait a minute, Steve, just wait a minute. I'll find it. So he did. He found the test with Metametrix Lab in Atlanta, Georgia, and set up the initial blood work and testing. And I did that. And I'm going to show you the documentation here.
Okay, before you go there, I want to see that little pile of pills. You were saying that you're health conscious. So you show us.
That's what I'm going to do.
How health conscious you were. I was like, I'm health conscious and I don't even put that many pills down my throat every single day. So just
there it is. You should see it now.
Scroll up now and show us here. I can't do it. I'm getting all anxious.
Do you see that picture? Do you see that picture?
Oh yeah.
So this is what I did is I took a picture of all the supplements I was taking in, all for a reason. Each one had a reason why I was taking it. And I said, and I documented this, Protandim Nrf2 Synergiser versus direct antioxidants. And I came up with this little picture of what I was taking and a list.
I mean, look at that. I mean, there's vitamin C, antioxidant, CoQ10. No, that's good. That's an oil. Milk thistle. Guess what that's in?
That's for the liver.
Vitamin B, niacin. I mean, it's all there. So cinnamon, chromium, mega. I mean, red wine. Good Lord, I'd rather drink a bottle of wine than take all those pills. But look at you, Mr. Health Conscious.
And a lot of it is direct antioxidants.
That's crazy. Yeah,
antioxidants.
They are. They are. So okay, keep.
So here he is.
Now we know. There he is.
Right. So and then I had my blood work drawn.
Okay.
And this is what I was taking.
Mm-hmm.
And my blood work drawn on 1/16/2012 from T-bars, free radicals, oxidative stress test. The test results showed high at 1.38 from the Metametrics lab. And I'm going to show you the results here. Let me get back down there. And there's the actual result of my, this Body Logic MD is my doctor, Bruce Thomas, MD. And here's the results. Lipid peroxide test, which is a 0051 test, and it's a specific number. And the results 1.38. Notice I was at the above 60 to 70 percentile on that chart.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, this is with a body full of vitamin antioxidants.
Bingo.
I mean, that's a point. That's huge.
I want to read this. What does my lipid peroxide result mean? This is the lab saying. It says, if your lipid peroxides are high, your body is failing to control the rate of formation of free radicals. Now, that's true. Mm-hmm. But then they go on to say, you can increase your protection by taking vitamin E, C, selenium, beta-carotene, biofluorides, however you say that. Many products are available that offer combinations of these and other antioxidants that may be beneficial. Mm-hmm. Guess what? They don't work.
You were on them. You were taking them.
I was on them.
That is like, what? You were already
on them, right?
Yeah.
And this is, Dr. McCord said this in his antioxidant myth audio interview. And it says, I was doing this and my free radicals were high.
Yeah.
But I wrote on there. So we saw this at the beginning. The doctor got the results. He handed it to me, Dr. Bruce Thomas. And I said, okay. Well, 30 days went by. We did another draw, a blood draw. And they messed that one up. So I had to do it again. And that was 55 days.
Okay.
My blood work, and then I started, by the way, after taking that first draw, was the baseline. The next day, the 17th, I started taking Protandim only.
Nothing else. Nothing else.
Nothing else. That's it.
Okay.
Blood work drawn on 3/12/2012 for T-bars. Free radicals, oxidative stress test. Test results showed low at 0.40.
Boom.
A drop in 71% in 55 days.
Hello. Come on. See? That's amazing. That's amazing.
And the kicker is this. I was taking all these direct antioxidants they say that's going to do the job. One for one and done. So that fire that your body's on fire.
Yeah, right? Come on.
The cup of water that we talk about, the cup of water, not going to do it.
No. Even and you know, when your body is on fire with oxidative stress, which was going on in your body, obviously you had, you know, a high percentage of oxidative stress, and you had a fire hose of vitamins that you were trying to take to put out the fire of oxidative stress that was going on in your body. And guess what? They're saying right there that one little Protandim, it didn't come in as an antioxidant. Now let's talk about what that actually did. It switched on your own body to create the antioxidants. Game changer. You can't take enough antioxidants to remove antioxidants from your body. You switch on the sprinkler system to put out the fire. That sprinkler system is the body's function.
It's already built in.
It's already there. It's already built in. You just turned it back on again with Protandim. Boom. This is huge.
Right.
Hence.
And this is the coolest thing, and it's doing it naturally.
Right.
It's not doing it with a chemical. It's not trying to force your body to do anything. It's ringing the doorbell on your cell.
Now go back to that.
Inside.
Go back to that page and talk about what that. Here it is. Let's just read this a minute. Let me
kind of go over this. I put these things together after I documented all this.
Yep.
And by the way, when the doctor gave me, let me go down to the bottom here. Let me show you the results after 55 days.
Okay.
This is the test results after 55 days later, March 12th, 2012.
Go up a little higher for us.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
And it's Dr. Bruce again, right?
Yep.
And he gets this and he hands this to me.
Wow.
0.40. See where the little mark is? It's almost off the chart.
Wow. Wow.
And he was speechless.
That's below 10% in 55 days. To a 0.10. Or below, well, it's 0.40. I'm looking at the percentile, not the 0.40 there.
Right. It's almost off the chart. It's like an infant.
That's amazing.
It's like an infant. So the truth is this, like they said, Dr. McCord said, he's been doing this 40 years in research, between 0 and 20 years old, we have the ability to put out the fire. Mm-hmm. After 20 years old, we lose this antioxidant enzyme production. Mm-hmm. And the Nrf2 pathway the scientists found, is nothing more than a doorbell messenger on the cell wall that we touch, and we signal the protein messenger to go in there and tell the DNA to do what it did when we were less than 20 years old. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Yeah.
And it happens inside the cell. It happens inside. I found out all these vitamins are on the outside of the cell trying to get in to do something before they're flushed out of the body and color the water in your toilet bowl.
Yeah, and it can't happen.
That's all it does is color the water in your toilet bowl.
So for those that are watching this, there's lipid peroxide. That is oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is something, for those of you listening, that is, you are going to hear more and more and more and more about oxidative stress as the medical world is actually putting it up. Here it is, evaluating your oxidative stress level. So there you go, right there.
Let me talk about this just real quick. This is Metametrics of the lab, right? Right here down at the bottom, Metametrics of the lab. There's their website and their phone number and stuff like that. But I downloaded this because I wanted to understand the test. And they say the lipid peroxides are what they are. And they tell you how they're free radically, they damage our cells because they're trying to balance themselves. And it's connected to multiple diseases. Mm-hmm. Here's a list of them right there. Look in front of you. Oxidative damage, from high blood pressure to liver disease to lung cancer to smoking, toxic exposure, gender, diabetes, cancer, body mass index, I can't even say the top one, all kinds of diseases. We found out, even Parkinson's disease, we found out there's over 200 plus diseases, not just this small list. Mm-hmm. And if you go into PubMed.gov.
Yep, there it is down there. Those are the sources. And let me stay here, and I'm going to show one more thing since we're on this subject. We're going to come right back to yours, but I'm going to pop this up because it is that little thing right there. If you can see that, every single little thing on that chart, just look around it. If you're watching this, then you might want to pause it when you come back through and read everything around all the symptoms. Every one of those are also listed in PubMed. We're talking about rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis. Oh, and what about ADHD, autism, Hello, these are all birth and as a result of oxidative stress, all also listed in PubMed journals directly related to lipid and to oxidative stress. So I just wanted to pop that up. So later, if you wind back through on this on the YouTube, stop it right there and read around it. Are you listed in there? Do you know someone? Well, that means they have a lot of oxidative stress. Okay, so go ahead and put your screen back up there.
Okay, all right, cool. And this is to me, one of the things that I finally got was I was health conscious and taking all that stuff for a reason. I wasn't just doing it. I wasn't swallowing 15 pills in my hand just to see if I could do it. Mm-hmm. This aging factor is from the inside out. It's from the internal cell. Our whole body is built like little bricks of cells. Mm-hmm. Everything from eyes to muscles to hearts to whatever. And we age, we rust from the inside of ourselves out.
Right. Yeah.
And all we're doing is turning on what turned off when we were younger. It's amazing.
It's absolutely, this is big. There's a wonder why Washington State University took on this product, did their own independent study, and published a quote that said that Nrf2, which this is activating Nrf2, part of the Nrf2 of the cell, and that's actually listed in one of your lists out there. So go back to the picture of the Protandim, and let's talk about what that is. And that there it is, that one. Go scroll back up on that, and then you have that little list. Nrf2 Synergiser. That Nrf2 is perhaps one of the most extraordinary medical breakthroughs in the history of medicine. That is not a quote from us. That is a quote from Washington State University in the medical department. So Nrf2 Synergiser, it's waking us back up, waking our gene behavior. That's why this is called a nutragenomic 5 herbs. We didn't even talk about that. We haven't even gone there. We just looked at what it's done. But if people are saying, well, that's great, what is it? It's 5 herbs, Nutra. That's why this is absolutely so phenomenal. And I'm just so crazy about hearing this and hearing this live report. There it is, people. You've got it. It is absolutely on record, documented blood test. And that is something that will carry on and go on. And guess what, Mr. Steve Drew? You have just bought yourself about 7% longer life, according to the National Institute of Aging.
One of our studies.
One of our studies.
Let me say this about this little list here. The Protandim upregulates the body's anti-aging, antioxidant enzymes, superoxide dismutate, if I could say it, SOD, 30%, catalase 54%, and glutathione 300% in 120 days. This is not overnight. And the longer you're on this, the better off you are. And we're not saying that this treats, cures, mitigates any disease.
Correct.
Nrf2 is what it does in your body. All we're doing is using the special recipe of herbs to activate what's built in your body already.
Yes.
That's it.
Well, and you have the science and the documentation, the medical reports to prove it. And that's why we're doing this Zoom today. So anything in closing that you want to say? I think this is absolutely a story that needs to be heard, needs to be told. We've got the proof. It's right here. And I just wanted to send that out to everybody I know, and you send it out to everybody that you know, because this is a true story here, documented and very exciting. And so now you've been on this product, obviously, since 2012,
Yep.
And you're telling the world about it. It's a story that's got to be told. I've been on it for 1 year, and boy, have I got my story to tell about it too, and that's for another time. But if people want to contact you or contact me, we can tell them our stories all day long and tell them more about how to get this, where to get this, and more information, science and data. It's all there. And let me say, let's talk about this, high five. It works 100% of the time on 100% of the people. 100%.
Yes. Two things I will say at the end here. Number one, we have an FDA-approved statement claim that Protandim will reduce oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. We are allowed to say that.
Yes, we are.
Now, oxidative stress studies, and if you look at the bottom, you go into PubMed.gov and search oxidative stress studies. There was 98,000 about in 2012. There are now over 163,000 published studies connecting oxidative stress with diseases.
And I think that's up to about 250 diseases now that it's directly linked to since then. So even that report has gone up. When in doubt, when I'm talking with people, Steve, you know what I do? I'm sure you do the same thing. They're talking to me. I'm like, oh, I've never heard of that disease or whatever you have of the blood. Let's look at this. I open up, it's on my favorites on my screen, pubmed.org, and I look it up and go, your whatever you have and oxidative stress, if they're connected, I'm saying you need this little yellow pill because that you need to reduce that in your body. So anyway, that's it. Yep. It's about science. That's it. So anyway.
The other thing I was going to say was I came up with this. I said, stop buying hype. See the science.
There you go. I agree. I agree. That's a good line, Steve. That's a good line to end it with. Stop buying the hype. See the science.
See the science.
See the science. All right. Well, thank you for this awesome call today. And you have a beautiful day. And all of you who are watching this, hope you have a beautiful day as well. And yes, I can't wait to hear an update. Let's see. You're going to live to be 107. How's that going to feel?
Maybe 125. All right, thanks, Becki.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.